Hello everyone and welcome to Drivenmad.
I've got gloves on because I'm absolutely going to be doing nothing.
Yep, today is very, very exciting. Now this is probably a long overdue job actually. I don't know why I'm very excited to do this, but we're going to be flushing my L200, or Murdoch as you may know. We're going to be flushing his coolant system today because since we got it when 2020, beginning of 2020, so 3 and a bit years, it's been looking like mud in the coolant
Well,
system.
I mean, it's had a new radiator.
We changed the radiator, we flushed it through with a hose, we've done about 20 thermostats on it.
Yeah.
And we've given it the best chance it's got. But
well, yesterday it was, yesterday Marcio did the timing belts.
Yes.
So it was out, it's been flushed again. Yep. You put the hose through the radiator, shook it.
And it just keeps coming out brown. So clearly water isn't doing the job. So we've resorted to a flush. Now, Wynns?
It's Wynns. It's an old, famous English brand. I think English, I could be wrong there.
There we go. That is the flush we're going to be using today.
And you can see the price.
£6.
It's pounds, yeah.
42. That's an odd number.
It is, because we actually got it with some parts for this from the UK.
Right, so just in case you didn't know that, quite cool, little peel open for the instructions. Now this is actually saying you only put it in for 10 minutes, get the engine up to temperature, leave it for 10 minutes, turn it off, let it cool down and flush it out, which is what we will be doing.
Because we thought we'd leave it in for a couple of days till we remarkably read it.
I'm guessing it's very strong. It must be strong, so I don't want to leave it in too long. So what we will do is drain out the coolant, and I'll show you where the bung is on this car. Whether your car's the same or not, I don't know, but I'll show you where this one is, and then we'll fill it up with distilled water and whack that in.
And you're going to take the thermostat out, why?
And I'm going to take the thermostat out, which I've already forgotten. I'm going to take the thermostat out so it's permanently going around the system, because obviously when the engine's cold, the thermostat only uses half the cooling system. So rather than have to wait for it to open, it'll permanently be flushing all of the pipes.
For the 10 minutes?
For the 10 minutes.
That we're leaving it in?
Yes.
So I'll go and have a lie down where you do all the work.
Okay, all right.
And crack on.
All right. Right, now underneath the L200, you can see the bottom of the radiator here. Hopefully that flash will come back on. There we go, flash is back on. Now this bar will look different to yours because I've got a custom skid plate on here, but you have to remove the skid plate, which is just a couple of bolts. You can see they come off there. Mine is slightly different, like I said. And behind, we've got up here, right, now I don't know if you can see, but this hole here, there's a little bung which you undo and all the coolant will come flying out, which I've already done, and it's drained. And then for the water to come out quicker, obviously take the cap off, and you can see in there what ours looks like. Light, come on please. There we go, look at that. Right, now looking in the engine bay, you can see down here, the pipe off the bottom of the radiator attaches to the thermostat housing. If I can get that to focus down there. That is there. Right, now here's the thermostat housing. On the left hand side, it's a size 13mm socket, which you just got to undo. Now, even though I've drained out the radiator, when I take this off, there could be more water coming out from the engine, because obviously the engine's not at temperature, so the thermostat will be shut. Therefore, it could be holding some water. So be prepared if there's a bit of water coming out. A little wire attached to it. So what we'll do is take him out. Size 13. That one's super tight. Now for some reason I've got a size 12 and a 13. Now normally on Japanese cars, they actually, if it's in something of a European car, would be a 13mm. On the Japanese they're always 12. They're slightly different size. So I guess one of these bolts has been replaced at some points for a 13, which is a normal size. Second bolt out. There we go. Okay, so now the thermostat housing should just pull off, and a bit of water is going to come out. There we go. So I'll just let that out gradually. And here comes Mr. Thermostat. Now the alternator is placed directly underneath here, which is not a very nice location for it, but Murdoch's tough. Right, now this thermostat has been in the car for about 9 or 10 months, not that long, and you can see the condition of it there. It's absolutely covered in this brown stuff that the coolant keeps creating. So this is what we're going to try and eliminate from inside the engine, because if I give that a rublet, it doesn't really come off, and that was a nice golden colour when I put it in, and it doesn't come off that easily. So the acid that I'm putting in, or whatever it is, the cleaner, the flush, has its job cut out. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's what the whole inside of this system is going to look like. So it definitely needs a flush, because that's disgusting. And it will certainly circulate a lot better without that in there. So what we're going to do is fill it up with distilled water now. Obviously bolt the thermostat housing back on. If you have an L200 like this, which seal is actually reliant on the thermostat itself, we want it to be free flowing all the time just for the flush. So you can see we've just hacked out the middle, and we'll be using this as the seal again. So we've got full flow at all times. We don't have to wait for the engine to heat up, even though we will, but it'll be flowing all the time, circulating all the water that's possible. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to come in and I'm going to put the additive in, and then drive around with it for a bit, for about 10 minutes once the engine's up to temperature, bring it back in, let it cool off, and we'll drain it out and flush it a few times and see what it does to this horrible brown sludge. Right, we're back, it's fresh the next morning, and we're going to chuck this in. Chilly. It is actually, it's a bit cold. I'm in a long sleeve. It's only 25 degrees today here in Portugal. But anyway, so...
It's 10 degrees less than it was last week.
It is, no, it's ridiculous. That's why we're finding it cold. So it says this 325ml bottle is good for 7 litres of coolant, and this takes around that, a little bit more than 5. So we're just going to chuck the whole thing in, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So we'll whack this in. Colour guess. I'm going blue. Yeah.
I'm going red.
Oh yeah. That smells of absolutely nothing. I can't even smell it. Ooh, greeny blue.
I think I'll give you the blue.
Will you? You say give it a good shake, which you have. I'd say that's light blue.
And it's in.
Well, if that little bottle can get rid of all that sludge, I'll be very impressed.
Well, a bit more white there?
Yes, we need to fill it up now.
Okay.
Oh, well that's it. I mean, we must have left that very close yesterday.
Yes.
That's all right, well, we will start it up and that'll all start flushing through the system. Right, now I don't know how well you're going to hear me here, but normally when we flush this it will come through clear, but it's instantly bubbling up brown. Right, then we're going to leave this for, well, how long until it gets up to temperature, and then we'll leave it 10 minutes. Right, now since we took the thermostat out, it's struggling to get up to temperature, so I'm going to cap this off. It's definitely bled, there's no bubbles coming through, so I'm going to put the cap back on and I'm going to go and take it around the block, get it up to temperature, because load on the engine should heat it up nice and quick. Bring it back, leave it for 10 minutes on idle, and then we should be ready to go. So catch you guys in a bit. Right, so it's been a few hours and I'm going to drain out the coolant now, and I'm going to get a clear water bottle to see what it looks like. Got my bucket to catch it, and I've got my bottle of water to also see what it looks like. So I'm going to take the bung out and then drop the bung, and now it's time to open the top. Fairly brown, fairly grim. Let's get all that water out. Right, so I've been at this for a fair few hours now, just literally filling it up, emptying it, like filling it up, starting it, emptying it, filling it up, starting it, emptying it, circulate it round. And you can see now, if I zoom in on that, it's finally running pink. Look at that. So it's flowing through. I'm just letting all the bubbles go out because this is the last time I'm going to do it. So tomorrow I've got a 50-kilometre journey, so I'm going to drive there and back, and then I'm going to empty this lot out again, put the thermostat back in and call it a day. And I should be happy with that because you can see that it is flowing nice and pink. So I'll join you back tomorrow and we'll see what it looks like. Right, you join me the next day. We have done the final flush on the L200. We filled it up with a sort of quite watered down coolant, so we could see the colour was still pink, but I've taken it for a drive for the last day just to see quite how much gunk was built up still in the system, which I was hoping there would be none, and I will show you exactly what's come out just now. So this is after, I'm sorry about the lighting, I don't want to go outside because it's raining. This is the first time it's rained in months in Portugal. But if I show you that there, that is immaculate pink coolant. Let's turn it round so you can see. Right, I'll put the lighting here now. Look, there you go, immaculate pink coolant, and that's after about 50 kilometres of driving. I drove around my town yesterday in the afternoon, and me and my dad went to a hardware store this morning in the truck. So we've done a fair bit of driving, and you can see there that that is still absolutely immaculate. And before we did this flush, that would have been brown. I mean, that would have just been like the mud that you saw last time. So it was definitely worth using. So now I'm just going to fill it up with the correct level of coolant and also put the thermostat back in. So I'm going to just undo those 2 bolts, whack this in, fill it up with coolant, and we should all be good. So I'll film the outro when it's all filled back up. Right, so that sums it up. We've put the thermostat back in and filled it up with the correct level of coolant, and I mean, fingers crossed it stays nice and clear.
God, well, we never got it that clean before.
No, normally what would happen is we'd fill it up, start it up, bleed the system, and by the time we'd bled it, it was brown sludge again.
Well, considering we've put new, to try and cure this, put new radiator in, hoses, water pump, flushed it. We've never got it clean.
No, and after using this flush, it's actually staying pink, so we're hoping that it will stay that way for
Well, we've done a decent drive, it's never done it before, so we're big fan of this. I think it's a faff. To do it properly, you've got to take the thermostat out, I think.
And you've got to flush it a lot of times.
Afterwards.
We didn't show it, but we also put the hose through it the first time, because I flushed it about 5 times with distilled water, and it was still coming out brown after this. So we thought, well, saving the distilled water, we'll flush it with
Well, it wasn't getting, because you're having to keep a closed system.
Turning
so
it on, emptying it.
Yeah, we flushed it, because people don't like you putting the hose in.
No, but we had to.
Yeah, we flushed it. We've then run 4 or 5 fills of
distilled again.
Then 1 of coolant. That's gone out.
Now thermostat's
back in.
And the correct coolant.
Yeah.
So we can just hope it stays pink, but it's a massive improvement anyway on what it was.
Yeah.
So
we love it.
If you've got a dirty cooling system, or you just want to do some maintenance on your cooling system, would highly recommend that product.
Yeah. The one thing we would say is we flushed 4 times before we put the hose in, and it was still frothing up from this stuff.
Yes. So it's quite a strong chemical.
Yeah. So it's definitely, we're not underestimating. No. This is a faff.
It is a faff. You've got to give yourself some time to do it.
And be dedicated to do it.
Yeah, give yourself a weekend and get it done, because it's a really good
product. I think it's worthwhile, and the car's going to, you know, we're not today because it's chilled up a bit, but 40 degrees we've been running around in, so it's needed doing.
It does. So highly recommend it. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more vids. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Drivenmad.
Yes, and today what are we going to do? First thing I'm going to do is I'm fingering the brown. Look at the inside. You know, my finger has been oh, can you see? Can you see the brown on my finger? That is out of his radiator.
That is out of my radiator.
Are we letting that go?
Yeah, go on, why not? I know someone will love it. Someone's going to love that.
Your mum.